Welcome back from a busy weekend to a Monday edition of AutoWeek TV. There's lots going on in the auto world, so let's drop the hammer. The field of 33 starters for this year's Indianapolis 500 has been set, but it was a wild, rainy, and tense 2 days at the Speedway. Alex Tagliani, driving for Sam Schmidt Motorsports, will lead the grid to the green flag on Sunday. Scott Dixon of Ganassi Racing and Oriol Servia of Newman Haas Racing will fill out the front row. But many of IndyCar's top-name drivers are deep in the field. Dario Franchitti starts 9th. Helio Castroneves starts 16th. Danica Patrick starts 26th after just getting into the field on Sunday afternoon. And Marco Andretti was the last driver to make the race. He starts 28th, but he bumped out teammate Ryan Hunter-Reay. Also missing this year's 500 is Mike Conway, who was seriously injured in a final lap crash last year. Conway came back to win the IndyCar race at Long Beach earlier this year. Also on the racing beat, former Formula One champ and World Rally driver Kimi Raikkonen had a successful debut at NASCAR's Camping World Truck Series. Raikkonen, driving a truck prepared by Kyle Busch's team, started the race 31st and finished 15th. Not surprisingly, Busch won the race. Things went well enough that it's likely that Kimi will be driving in the Nationwide Series race at Charlotte this weekend. One final racing note, Red Bull Racing Sebastian Vettel held off the hard-charging McLaren of Lewis Hamilton to win the Spanish Grand Prix on Sunday. That gives Vettel 4 wins in the first 5 races of the F1 season. Late Friday, BMW rolled out a stunning concept car that honors the 75th anniversary of the classic 328 Roadster. The 328 homage was unveiled for the Concorso di Eleganza Villa d'Este on the shores of Lake Como in Italy. It uses a straight 6-cylinder power plant and the familiar kidney-shaped BMW grille, stretched upright in dramatic fashion. The interior and exterior make heavy use of carbon fiber reinforced plastic, and there are no doors, just deep recesses. In a nod to the racing heritage of the original 328, the car is extremely light, weighing in at 1,719 pounds. You can find a full gallery of photos at AutoWeek.com. Finally for today, West Coast editor Mark Vaughn spent his weekend racing the streets of downtown Los Angeles. But it was all for fun. Here's a report.
The Red Bull Soapbox race has been celebrated around the world for about 11 years, with several races taking place, usually in big downtown areas where you can get a huge crowd. Last weekend, it took place in Los Angeles, California. There were over 300 applicants several months ago when the word went out, and it was whittled down to about 39 people who actually showed up, built a car, and were there ready to race. We, meaning myself, Mark Vaughn, and a couple of, 3 very talented engineers whom I talked into doing it, showed up with the A-Team van from the A-Team TV show and tried our luck. Let's see what happened.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Here I am going down the course. I was actually concerned about the brakes on the car because the brakes the day before during our heavy-duty brake test actually broke. Not break, but broke. And I was ready to Fred Flintstone the thing. So I did a short little tap on the brakes on the way down, and they actually worked. And then I didn't have to touch the brakes anymore. In fact, the car was going too slow. I would have preferred it to go a lot faster. You had to kind of weave through these hay bales, and the hay bales, I don't think they could hurt anybody. So it was a very safe thing. Then you go over the jump, the body broke off from the frame and was dragging along. So what do you do when you're driving along and the body breaks off from your frame? You try to throw the body off. I did that, and it just dragged along behind, so I had to take matters into my own hand and drag the car across the finish line. The crowd went crazy, or maybe I was just going crazy, but it was a good time. We had a wonderful race, and would I do it again? Maybe if I was a professional driver.
Thanks, guys. Next year, maybe we should go with a Titanic theme. And we have a triple shot of birthdays today. Former NASCAR driver and now racing announcer Wally Dallenbach Jr. turns 48. Former kart and IndyCar driver Brian Herta is 41. He now owns an Indy Lights team. And Formula One driver Rubens Barrichello turns 39. He's driving with the Williams F1 team this season. Okay, that's what we've got for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Get out there and enjoy the drive.
Thanks for watching today's edition of AutoWeek TV. Be sure to catch all the latest car enthusiast news on AutoWeek.com, in AutoWeek magazine, and in AutoWeek's iPad edition.